Hi, and welcome to the Knitting Game and Other Stuff. Come on in.
Scissors and string. Soon it will be spring.
Hi, and welcome to episode 71 of the Knitting Game and Other Stuff. I'm your host, Leslie. And today is July 10th. I'm right between birthdays right now. So my daughter had her 18th birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Pumpkin. You are now an adult. And then my son has his 15th birthday on Saturday. So we're kind of in the middle, you can't see that, I'm sure, in the middle of the birthday week here in the summer. I don't know how my husband and I planned so poorly for that, but what do you say? Alright, so like I said, I'm Leslie. I'm known as Pixie Knits in various iterations and spellings throughout the interwebs. But if you would like to keep in touch with me, you can do so. I have the links in the show notes to social media sites, Ravelry, Twitter, Pinterest, Plurk, Google+, and Instagram. So I'm Pixie Knits, but sometimes I couldn't get the Pixie Knits I wanted, so I had to drop an I or do an underscore. So check that out because it's a little different here and there. In the show notes too, we also have a link to our Ravelry group, and I would like to take this opportunity to say hello and to thank our new group members. And also, if you're a new viewer, hi and welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself, and if you're a returning viewer, I hope you still enjoy yourself and you have a good time today. So first of all, I would like to say hello and welcome to Suzanne, wow, Snoozin, Suzanne, P. Prawl, Pat, Haley's Knits, Haley, M. S. Hugh, Mary, and Memphis Holly, Holly. Hi, I miss your face, guys. Those of you that were at the knitting retreat, the zombie knitpocalypse. Yeah. So like I said, there's a link to the Ravelry group in the show notes. Now, if you are a part of the group or you watch the podcast and you haven't joined, or you know somebody who watches the podcast and hasn't joined the group, get your friends to join because we are closing in on 200 folks in the group. I just noticed today we are at 186, so I'm going to do something for hitting 200 members. So get your friends, get your wife, get your husband, get your whatever. They should be knitters, I guess, if they have a Ravelry ID to join the group. I just thought of that. Yeah, no fake profiles, but yeah, if you get 200 people, if we get 200 people, I'll do a membership milestone giveaway. Not sure what that is, but we'll figure it out. Alright, so we do have some birthdays this week too, so I wanted to say happy birthday to Reardon Knits, Becky, Donna C. 368, Donna, and Super Hooker, Heather. Alright, so happy birthday. I'm guessing Heather likes to crochet, but I love that name, Super Hooker. Gotcha. Alright, some shout outs and announcements. The Fredericksburg area podcaster Sit and Knit is at the Barnes & Noble next week from about 7-ish to 8:30-ish. We meet when I get off of work and can make it down on Tuesdays. It used to be Thursdays, but now it's Tuesdays. And we meet for about an hour and a half just to be social and to see each other and catch up. Another thing is I've been asked a lot by folks where I got my Lazy Kate from that I got at Maryland Sheep and Wool this year. And I looked it up. Oh, I don't know what I did with the brochure. Oh, here we go. So it's Alexandra's Crafts. And I put a link in the show notes. And it's the one I have is this one on the bottom. So it's at like a 45-degree angle, and the things that the spindle, or yeah, the bobbin rests in, those screw down and it's tensioned along the bottom. So mine is in cherry. You get all these different choices of wood. And yes, mine is the cherry up here, but you can get all these other ones down here. And it's really nice. And she's got a couple of different versions, as you can see. You know, there's a vertical, you can go straight vertical, or vertical at a 45-degree angle, or this horizontal. I like the horizontal model, so that's what I went with. When I purchased it, it was out of the Woolly Winder booth. That's where she had set up. And I know if you go to their site, they are at several festivals coming up, one of which I know is Stitches Midwest. So if you're out there for that, check them out. It wasn't cheap. It was $90, which was mine, and mine was the cherry, so it was on the lower end of the price points. But it was a really good investment, and I'm really happy with it, and really glad I purchased it instead of trying to fiddle around with some jerry-rigged stuff. So I wanted to mention that because I'd been asked by more than one person recently, so I thought I would spin that along, mention it, send it along. Alright, events. I got my confirmation for Spin Quest this year. So I will be in Front Royal, Virginia on August 24th, taking part in that. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to learn a lot of new spinning techniques. So I have some spinning books, but there's nothing like being actually able to see new techniques done, and what I want to do is be able to learn that and bring that back to my guild and be able to show them, you know, there's more than just, you know, spinning worsted or woolen. There's some different techniques that give you different textures and different ways of doing things. So I'm really excited about that, so that should be loads of fun. Alright, so getting into the knitting game this week. You guys are crazy folks, let me tell you. So I went and closed the poll down today, and I'm like, oh wow, we got a lot of votes this week. You guys did a great job. I have a sneaky suspicion that it was one individual, and I don't know who it is. They just kept voting and voting and voting because the winner won with 92% of the vote. Wow! So that is why I am going to name this episode Decisive Victory, because yeah, there was somebody really wanted to see this package. So here we go. Alright, so the winner, again with 92% of the vote, was the Skanky Zombie Hoe package. Okay, so let me show you the skanky part of the package. Like I said last show, I fell down real hard at the 716 Knits booth, and I did. I fell down real hard. So this, I love. I love the pinks. I love the grays. It is just the cutest thing ever. I'm not a pink person. I really am not a pink person. But here we go. We've got the pink and the grays. It's dark gray, light gray, and yeah, dark gray, light gray. Not really black. So, and there's like some darker pinks, like bubblegum pink, like Hubba Bubba bubblegum. And then some light pinks, like some cotton candy. So it's a really neat variation of grays and pinks. And then, okay, so the details on this one. This is 716 sock, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It is about 400 yards. And the name of the colorway, I love it, 1-800 I'm dating a skanky hoe. So that is the skanky part of the package. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is Dancing Dog Dye Works, and I want to tell you a little story about Dancing Dog Dye Works. We go into the marketplace after we've lined up. Looks kind of like a Black Friday thing at Best Buy on, in the morning at 5 o'clock. So you've got all these folks lined up outside the ballroom, blocking the front desk, check-in desk. People have no clue what's going on. They're wandering around, taking pictures of the message board that says stockinette zombie apocalypse. It's kind of crazy, and we get into the ballroom, and the first place I go is to Amy's mom to buy some bags, because that's like, I knew I wanted to do that. And I saw and I look over this way because I'm orienting myself to the ballroom. So as you come in the ballroom, right in front was Amy's mom. Right as you come in was Gargoyle, the grinning gargoyle. And off in the left-hand corner as you come in was Dancing Dog Dye Works, and then Girl Cave Bags, and then I think it was 716 Knits, or it might have been Spartacus Dyes. I can't remember. The two ladies were right there next to each other, and then it was Elizabeth Quinton, and then First Draft, and then anyway, so you get the point. So I come in, and the line at Dancing Dog was just, I'm like, you know what, I'll wait. I'm not much for big crowds, so I'll wait. So I make my rounds around. I go counterclockwise around the room. That was a big mistake, because I will tell you, she sold out. Dancing Dog Dye Works sold out like within an hour, and everything was gone. She put everything out in the morning for the morning crew to come through, and it was gone. If you had a day pass and you were a day passer, or you had a marketplace pass and you came in for the afternoon go around, there was nothing left. She was done. So by the time I made it over there, there was very little left, but I scored something pretty cool, I think. So this is the zombie part of the package. Ba-dang! So this is, as you can see, a kit. So this is the zombie dog and zombie flesh. So up here is the zombie dog, down here is the zombie flesh. And Michelle was doing, Dancing Dog Dye Works, she was doing her and Retro Lemon, Jenna, were like together. They were sharing a booth, and Jenna was selling patterns that matched the kids. So I have never done any kind of stuffy owl puff thing before, so I bought the kit and I bought Jenna's owl puff pattern, and I'm going to do a zombie owl. I figured that would be a great souvenir from my trip. So I was at Zombie Apocalypse, and I'm going to have a zombie owl. So that's that. Then, like I said, I went bag crazy. So what did I get? So in this package, I have a Girl Cave bag. It is her little sock bag. It's a cute little thing, and it's like coffee talk. So you've got the coffee cups on the outside, and on the inside it's kind of like brown swirlies, like you would see, when you put I don't know if you can see that, but the brown swirlies from when you put in your cream for your coffee. So, yay, I scored a Girl Cave bag. Ha ha ha. Money. So that was Skanky Zombie Ho. Sorry about the long story. That means for next week you have your choice of Anne the Man and Tropical Witch. I don't know. Anne the Man or Tropical Witch. You take your pick. So again, voting will close in the morning on Wednesday, yada yada yada. Alright, so some progress updates from past knitting game winners. Of course, the only one I'm working on is the Vittorio. And yet again, I got some awesome progress done. So the last time you saw this last week, I was down at the stitch marker, and I have worked my way up, up, up. I got about as much done this week as I did last week. And as you can see, it is growing. It is growing. I am more than halfway finished. This is Diabolical Yarns, and I am knitting these on size 6 Chow Gu needle, red lace needles. They are fixed circulars, not interchangeables. And I'm just having a grand old time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the only knitting of the week too. So, knitting and the other stuff. So the knitting game is over now. The other stuff. So the other stuff, just general knitting, works in progress. I didn't work on my socks this week. However, I am running an oldest sock knit along. So what you do is you find the pair of oldest socks that you have on your needles. They have had to have been started before the 1st of June. So find the oldest socks you have on your needles and finish them. Post a picture. Once you finish them, then you find your oldest sock yarn in your stash and you get another pair of socks finished before the end of July, the 31st. And then you get a second entry. So, the oldest sock knit along. Check it out. There is a link in the show notes to the thread in the Ravelry group. So good times. So no finished objects, no stash enhancements. I got a ton of stuff in timeout and you can check that out in the show notes. Spinning. Okay, so I didn't bring it in here because it's on my wheel and I didn't feel like taking it off. But I have been cranking away on my Into the World in the sense of colorway. It's 75/25 BFL silk. And I am trying to spin it, not frog hair thin, but pretty consistent thin, because I'm going to do a 3-ply. I really like Navajo ply now, so I'm going to do that. So that's on my wheel. But I did take a bit of a break this week, and over the weekend I tried coarse spinning. Now, I'm not going to say it was a complete success, but I'm going to say I had so much fun with this coarse spinning. It was amazing. So here is, it's still in the bobbin. I have no idea how many yards I have. It is completely thick and thin, and if you can see up here, I have the golden thread. So I got golden sewing thread that I had left over extra from my stash for my sewing stuff, and I had like 2 cores. So for my main core, I have size 10 crochet cotton thread, and that's what I'm using as my core. Awesome. And I went to Joann's and I got like the 3,000 yard big thing of crochet thread. It was like 18 bucks, but I had a 40% off coupon. Score. So it was this big honking thing of crochet thread. And then what I ended up using for the wrapping, the fiber, because you can see I've got a lot of texture in here. So there's some locks, some mohair locks, there's some silk, there's some bamboo, I can feel it, there's definitely some nice merino wool in different colors. This is the art bat that I picked up from Hobbledehoy at Maryland Sheep and Wool. Now you can't see it in here, but it's in here someplace. The art bat came with a string of sequins, but it was silver, and I wasn't really kind of digging it. I'm like, eh. And I had seen some videos online of a woman demonstrating coarse spinning with the sequence strings. So I went to Joann's and I picked up some of this, like, it was dark iridescent, so it was like the purple, like the purples and the blues. Iridescent sequence, and I bought like 3 yards of the stuff and I'm interspersing it. Well, I only got to use like 3 or 4 of them because I cut them up into like yard long sections or so, or half yard long sections, so I only used like 3 or 4 of them throughout this. But it's really cool winding those on and getting those in there. So next week I'll have this wound off and I'll figure out how much yardage I have. It is really, really overspun. So it's going to take some practice to keep the core from, you know, spinning too much and getting kind of kinky. So I have a feeling when I pull this off the bottom, I'm going to have to let it kind of settle down a little bit. But man, I had a blast, and I still have like a quarter, a little bit more than a quarter of the bat left. I just couldn't really fit it on the bobbin anymore. So I had to break it, and I'll have another little like mini skein of this stuff. But I'm definitely going to do a shadow box with some of this. And then I'm going to use it to, I have like some hurricanes. I'm going to get some white styrofoam balls. And instead of doing balls of the art yarn where you can't see it, I'm just going to wrap it around the styrofoam balls a little bit so you get just a little bit. And I'm going to fill my hurricanes up with my art yarn balls. So, good stuff. So that's what I have on the bobbin. I am resting my Wild Hair Fiber Studios faux cashmere because it's hot and sticky here, and I don't want to pill the fiber as I'm spinning it. So that's all I have for this week. So yeah, I have to get to work. I don't want to go to work. I have to work late. I got kicked out of the office on Friday about 3 hours earlier than what I needed to be, so I have to make up time from last week, and I don't really want to take PTO because I don't earn it as fast anymore. So yeah, so this will be up late, but you won't know that because you'll get it when you get it. So I hope y'all have a great week, and if it's your birthday, happy birthday, because we have a lot of them here in July. And if you're new to the group, thank you and welcome. I hope you come back next week and spend some time with me. I would really appreciate that. I guess that's all I have. So I hope you guys have a great week. Bye. Don't forget to vote. Bye.